Welcome to Charlie Ward's Daily News.
Good morning, everybody. Today is January the 15th, 2025. It's Wednesday, and it's going to be an exciting Wednesday. Crazy stuff has happened yesterday, and we're going to fill you in all about it today. My first story, President-elect Donald Trump has announced plans to create a new external revenue service to collect tariffs and duties from foreign imports. Trump says this agency will shift US government funding from income taxes to tariffs, mirroring pre-1913 policies. He claims this will ensure trade partners finally pay their fair share. Scheduled to launch on January the 20th, the agency aims to reduce reliance on the IRS, with Trump's advisor, Steve Bannon, emphasizing the importance of charging fees for access to America's lucrative market. Drew, how exciting does that sound?
It does sound exciting, and it sounds like he's setting the bailiffs to go to foreign sources to collect money. And I wonder if he'll start with Ukraine first.
Well, who knows, Drew? But this does make a bit of common sense, doesn't it? If you make it expensive to import stuff, surely doesn't that drive you making stuff in your own country because it'll be cheaper, which brings in more jobs? It just sounds like the common sense approach to all of this, doesn't it?
Does indeed. And my first story of the day is just days after Trump warned Israel and Hamas to release the hostages before his inauguration, saying, or hell is going to break loose, both sides have reached an agreement on a ceasefire and hostages to be released. Trump appears to be influencing major international events even before taking office.
That's amazing, Drew. And does it show you that a president has the power to bring peace? So why didn't Joe Biden bring peace in his 4 years of terror? Probably is the best way to describe it. Oh, do you know what, Drew? The rubbing of the money hands together does bear fruit here. Yeah. My next story, President Joe Biden plans to remove Cuba from the US list of state sponsors of terrorism, aiming to secure the release of political prisoners in a deal brokered by the Catholic Church. The White House says dozens of detainees could be freed by January the 20th. While Havana welcomed the move as a step in the right direction, critics, including Republican lawmakers, slammed Biden's timing and warned that President-elect Trump might reverse the decision once in office. Why is it, Drew? And I've got to ask you this question. I want to hear your answer. Biden is doing all these things right at the end of his presidency and more than likely rushing them through.
Yeah,
Why?
because there are things that he should have done and he didn't. So they're rushing it now because he needs to make sure that, he's put his ducks in a row ready for Trump. He's like, oh, God.
Yeah. Well, when you say ducks in a row, I feel like he's just trying to sabotage Trump for most of it. I really do. What's your next one, Drew?
Another man has been arrested for arson after he was caught actively lighting fires in LA County, per Irwindale PD. The man successfully lit one fire, which could be seen from the freeway. And when firefighters responded, they spotted him trying to light more. My question is, who are these people? Who's paying you? Why are you doing it? Which we probably know already.
Yes. I think it's one of those weird ones that, there's been a lot of fires already, and now there are just people coming out of the woodwork to light even more fires. Something doesn't smell quite right on all of this, Drew. It really doesn't. Is there lithium under the ground? Do they want to rebuild it for the Olympics coming up?
They want to build the 15-minute cities.
Yeah, there is that as well, isn't there? What better way to get all the celebrities to live in it and go, oh my God, it's so amazing, and then bring it on to the rest of the world? My next story, the US House has passed the Protection of Women and Girls in Sports Act, banning biological males from competing on women's teams in federally funded schools. The bill applies to all levels of education, from kindergarten to college. House Speaker Mike Johnson said the vote reflects a return to common sense, while Democrats criticised it as a political distraction. Passed 218 to 206, the bill now heads to the Senate, where Republican leaders plan to push it forward soon. How amazing is that, Drew? Return to common sense. Thank you very much.
I'll have a bit of that. Governor Newsom cut $100 million in fire prevention spending this year, all while allocating $3 billion on free healthcare for illegals.
Do you know what, Drew? Isn't that just awful? They took away the spending on fires and handed it to illegal migrants who should be in prisons, might you add. And now look at it. There's been loss of life in those fires. Not on at all. Elon Musk is in hot water with the SEC, accused of delaying the disclosure of his Twitter stock purchase in 2022. The market watchdog claims Musk's late filing let him buy shares on the sly, allegedly underpaying by over $150 million. His lawyer called the lawsuit a sham, but the SEC wants those profits back. This isn't Musk's first SEC showdown, remember? That Tesla tweet in 2018 with Trump's new SEC chair incoming. We'll see how this legal drama unfolds.
On the back of that, TikTok calls report of possible sale to Elon Musk X pure fiction. Elon is not buying TikTok.
Wow, Drew, on the back of you saying about people buying TikTok, YouTube superstar Mr. Beast, with over 340 million subscribers, has stirred excitement by offering to buy TikTok to prevent his potential US ban under the 2024 PAFACA law. TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, must sell its US operations by January the 19th or face a ban. Mr. Beast claims multiple billionaires have reached out to help fund the bold move. Meanwhile, TikTok faces ongoing scrutiny over data privacy, with its future hanging in the balance as the law's deadline looms. And on the back of that, Drew, sorry to jump in here, as the US ban on TikTok looms, over 500,000 TikTok refugees have flocked to the Chinese app Rednote, also known as Xiaongshu. Rednote has soared to the top of the US app stores with 700,000 new users in just 2 days. The platform is navigating a surge in English language content, driven by Americans searching for alternatives. Meanwhile, TikTok faces a January the 19th deadline to sell its US operations.
Do you know what? I would laugh if someone else came in and just overstepped TikTok. Because to be fair, their restrictions and community violations, I want to sometimes tell them to shove it up there.
Yeah, I mean, TikTok in the last 2 to 3 years has become very woke. You are not allowed to say anything now without getting banned, community violation. But yet, I want to call out the scammers who are still running rife on TikTok. They are putting up AI videos of people. They are using other people's videos pretending to be them. Yet nothing is done about them. What does that tell you? It tells you TikTok is not as good as people think.
A military unit guarding the presidential residence has approved the entry of police and anti-corruption agency officials into the presidential residence to detain impeached President Yoon Suk Yeol.
So he's finally been arrested.
It seems like it's on the way.
Yeah, it's taken a while to get him arrested as well. South Korea is in a lot of hot water at the moment. A massive security breach has occurred after French nuclear submarine officers unknowingly revealed their positions and patrol schedules using the Strava fitness app. The app, which tracks and shares fitness activities, exposed sensitive data from the Ililong submarine base, home to 4 nuclear submarines. Despite high security at the base, officers shared location details while recording their runs, unknowingly compromising the secrecy of patrols. This careless mistake could have major national security implications, as it potentially allowed adversaries to track movements and activities of France's nuclear submarines. So, what happened was, Drew, is every few days or a few weeks, all of a sudden the app would log a run from somebody at the nuclear base who was running alongside the submarine. So it was telling you exactly who was on those submarines effectively. And the more we share data with these apps, the more national security is at risk on a massive scale.
This is an interesting one. Amazon is to invest over 5 billion in a Mexican data center, government and company.
This is starting to look towards AI, Drew, I want to say. And AI, their electrical footprint makes Bitcoin look like it's nothing. So all those energy savings we've done over the last 10, 15 years have all been eaten up by AI data centers. They are massively consuming juice. Ukrainian President Zelensky signaled that lowering the conscription age may only happen after receiving more military equipment from Western allies. During a meeting with West Germany's defense minister, he stressed that Ukraine's forces face critical shortages of armored vehicles and artillery, while Kiev faces pressure, particularly from the US, to lower the draft age to 18. Zelensky insists on prioritizing supplies to support over 100 brigades in battle. Meanwhile, draft evasion and desertions to challenge Ukraine's mobilization efforts amid the ongoing conflict.
Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, and Jeff Bezos is to attend the inauguration and will sit together on the platform with cabinet picks and elected officials.
Do you know what? That feels like Trump is saying, you're going to sit right next to me and you're going to publicly show your support or else. Or genuinely, they've been under the thumb of the Biden regime. But I would like to add, Mark Zuckerberg recently did an interview with Joe Rogan where he was like, yeah, the Biden administration were evil overlords to us and everything. He created a portal for the feds to directly log in and flag any post they wanted deleted. So trust me, he is a rat just going to the whoever is in power at the time and bowing down to them. My next story, Drew, and this is an interesting one. Customs officials at Moscow's Domodedovo airport had a hairy situation, literally, when they seized 50 kilograms of human hair from a stylist arriving from Dubai. Valued at nearly $70,000, the bundles were stashed in his luggage like he was smuggling Rapunzel's leftovers. The stylist claimed ignorance, saying he planned to turn the hair into wigs and extensions. Customs slapped him with a $32,000 fine, proving you can't brush off the rules, even if you're a pro at detangling.
What's it going to do with it? Where did you get all the hair from?
I don't know. I feel like there's some seriously underhanded, dodgy reason for buying so much hair, but I just can't think of a reason.
And my last story of the day, Labour's head of operations, Sophia Patel, has deleted her LinkedIn profile and locked her Twitter after explosive allegations surfaced that she organised 100 Labour staffers to meddle in the 2024 US election, allegedly to prevent Donald Trump's re-election. Here's where it gets serious. Thanks to extradition laws signed by former Labour PM Tony Blair, it's now easier for the UK citizens to be sent to the US to face charges. Patel could potentially be charged with election interference, failure to register as a foreign agent, conspiracy to commit an offence against the US, cybercrime or unauthorised access, transporting funds for unlawful purposes, interstate travel to aid unlawful activities, If convicted, these charges carry severe penalties, including significant fines and prison time. Is Patel now terrified she'll be extradited and prosecuted under US law? This could explode into a major international scandal with far reaching implications.
This is an interesting one, Drew, because she's meddled in the US elections effectively. Now, there's a lot of non-governmental organizations out there that pay protesters to appear and do things. They pay to
George
help,
Soros.
just naming one. And what this is going to expose is how you are not going to be allowed to meddle in US politics if you are outside the US. So I feel like they could make a big example of her to scare off any Chinese interference, Russian interference, UK interference. So I think she might be in hot water and made an example of, Drew. And my last story of the day. A French TV show has been pulled off the air after the story of Anne, a 53-year-old woman scammed out of €830,000 by someone posing as Brad Pitt. Believing she was in a romantic relationship and sent money for medical treatments, the broadcast sparked a wave of online ridicule, including jokes from football clubs and Netflix France. TF1 has since removed the programme, citing Anne's mental health struggles. The case highlights the dangers of online scams and the impact of public scrutiny.
I just don't understand. Why on earth would you think you're talking to Brad Pitt? This is what I don't get. And we have a lot of followers that think they're talking to certain people online, not naming any names, and it's absolutely ridiculous. Celebrities haven't got time to sit there and inbox you all day. And as special as it makes you feel, it's the truth.
Yeah, I think people out there need to understand you will never get a random message from a celebrity. You never will. They are too scared about their reputations and all the rest of it. And PR companies normally run their social media accounts. So it's not even them if you did miraculously get a message. The scams are going to get more advanced as time moves on. AI now comes into play. They can make fake AI voices. As Charlie says, he's had a few. Some of our insiders have had a few fake AI audios saying, "It's me, Charlie. I understand you might think there's a scam or two out there, but trust me, it's not." Please, Charlie will never contact you directly. If you want to get in contact with Charlie, head over to charlieward.com and send us an email to his official team. Okay? And then we might be able to get back to you on whatever matter you wish to talk about. But he won't message you directly. And that was the news on the 15th of January, 2025. Thank you for joining us. And for all of those who want to speak to Charlie directly, head over to charlieward.com. Sign up for the Insiders Club. We are live every Wednesday and Saturday, where you, the audience, can interact with the likes of me, Drew, Charlie, and our guests. So we look forward to seeing you all soon. Take care. God bless and goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Hi, guys. This is a personal message from me. If you see a video on Facebook, you are following an imposter. I am not on Facebook. I have not been on Facebook since June 2020 when they removed me. Please redirect to watch all of my videos at charlieward.com. All official social media links are on my website. We urge you to stop following fake channels. I will never message you in a video. I will never ask you for money. I will never message you privately. I will never contact you directly. I will never ask you to email any information directly. I will never sell you cryptocurrency or any currency. or ask you to open a quantum financial system wallet, please do not get caught by these scammers who are out there. I do not endorse other truthers so that an imposter can say that I've said this. I will not ask you directly or indirectly to open a quantum wallet, so please be careful. If you want to check out the validity of anything, contact us directly via our website at charlieward.com. There's a contact page there. We have a customer care team there to help you.